Hey, it's Avi from JustWriteMusic.com. Thank you so much for being here. Hi. Anxiety blows chunks. Like, so many chunks. Sometimes it gets so bad to the point where I can't do the thing that I love to do most of all, write music. But there are a few key things, few techniques that I can pull out in those really bad moments to help me get that ball rolling. And I think that these can help you as well. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button and bell below for more videos helping you get everything out of the way so you can just write music. Talking about mental health isn't easy, and neither is struggling with mental illness. But if you're like me and sometimes you can't find yourself able to even get anything down, to write music at all, you just can't get yourself to the activity because you're so anxious, this video is for you. The first thing I want to talk about is opposite scripting. This technique asks us to create narratives or scripts in our head that's based on objective reality and common sense. Of course, this is easier said than done, and a fantastic place to start is to look at little victories. Did you get to work on time? Did you make your deadline? Did you eat well or at all? Did you work out? Those are victories. You should celebrate those. For serious, those are victories. Celebrate them. I'm going to be a little bit firm with this stuff. Or not. I don't know. All of these are victories, and the more you notice them, the more you're going to be able to use them as evidence in your opposite scripts. The goal of these scripts is to help manage or even negate an anxious thought cycle. This works, in my case at least, because I find my anxiety is usually built on an assumption that's more than likely false. The opposite script is there to kind of check that assumption, bring it into the light of reality, and strip any exaggeration from it, and sometimes it just is patently false. There's no truth to it whatsoever. It's like making a house of cards fall by taking out one of the very bottom cards. The structure can't stand. The cards are still there, yes, just like your anxiety is. It's not going to make anything go away, but it's not building on itself and dominating your headspace. It's managed. So that's opposite scripting. Reality-based observations about ourselves that we can use to help dispel the anxious narrative that we're feeding to ourselves. The next thing that always helps, no matter what, is exercise. A lot of people call exercise nature's antidepressant. And while that's kind of lame and awesome at the same time, I find that it works really well for my anxiety too. There's a ton of studies and a lot of experts out there that know a whole lot better about this subject than I do, but here's my take. For me, it's all about energy levels. Being anxious is exhausting. The physical activity from exercise leaves me with less overall energy. That's physical energy and mental energy. Even prolonged light activity can work. Go for an hour-long walk or something. You're still decreasing your energy levels. Exercise also releases endorphins in the brain, which just feels fantastic. This is what some people also refer to as a runner's high. Something that feels great. Now, our anxious brain has less energy to be anxious. That's fantastic news. This decreases its ability to dominate your headspace, and the endorphins from the exercise lift your mood and further subvert your anxiety. Boom, that's a double whammy. Exercise is incredibly helpful for managing your mental health. And if you're struggling, you're having a hard time, just going on regular walks can be a massive help. Just go do it. If you did anything from this video, just go take a walk. It's gonna help so much, I promise. Okay, that was the second thing that I just go to, exercise. Have to do it. If I'm super anxious, just go exercise for a little bit. I will feel less anxious for sure. I won't have the energy to be as anxious. It works. All right? Finally, tip number 3, managing your anxiety to the point where you can't even write music. How can we get out of that? Create and enforce boundaries. What's the deal here? Why none of the things I'm saying actually have to do with writing music? Writing music is the goal, yes. And there's plenty of things that we can do when we're having trouble writing the music itself. But when our brains and ourselves is keeping us from that, our anxious mind isn't even allowing us to get that far, we have a bigger problem to work on. We're not in good working order, and we need to address that so that we can get back to honing our craft and creating. Boundaries are key to helping convince your anxious mind and my anxious mind that everything is okay. For me personally, anxiety comes from a feeling of being out of control. It's centered around this worry that there's just not going to be enough of me for myself so I can take care of myself. This results in a lot of antisocial behavior and a lot of isolation and avoidance on my part, even from family and close friends. When we create and enforce boundaries, we are setting up structures that are meant to protect us and to help us grow. Maintaining a boundary could be something like actually showing up for a coffee date with a friend or showing up for a drink with a friend instead of bailing because you know the social interaction is good for you, you know that you want to see your friend and that your friend wants to see you. So you maintain the boundary of the commitment you made. Another example would be setting a really specific time to leave a party because you know that you have work the next morning and you want to make sure that you're able to perform at your best so that you keep your job, do your job the best you can, and keep making that money, keep paying the bills. Action rooted in maintaining boundaries are the ultimate script. Is the ultimate script? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's the ultimate script for negating anxiety. They say actions speak louder than words, and that is 100% the case in this regard. But to be honest, this is also the hardest part, at least for me. This continues to be a struggle for me. So it is very difficult, and I often feel like I'm asking for too much when I'm creating or enforcing a boundary. And that's something that I work on literally every single week in therapy. But this one is also the most important. It does a lot of heavy lifting, and it does get easier. But just like everything, there's good days and there's bad days. So what are you gonna do? You just gotta stick with it. It's all about the practice. Just like writing music, just like playing an instrument, same thing. That's all I have for you today. I really hope you got something out of it. Anxiety is a horrible monster when it has you in its grip, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing we can do to stop it or to release that grip just a little bit. If you or anyone you know struggles with anxiety or any other mental illness, throw a thumbs up down in the comment, anything to show some solidarity, that we are here, we're a community, we can talk, and we can support each other. Now, when your anxiety or your depression or anything is really just stopping you from creating a song, of getting into that process, it can just add to the fuel of having us not feel great. Like, that's not a good time, right? So I put together a really quick PDF that goes through my 3-step song starter technique that will just get you up and running really, really quickly. It's just 3 steps. It's super simple, and it's written in really easy to understand language. It'll get you moving in just a couple of minutes if you just really need to write something, which I get. I've been there. That's why I made this thing. It's totally free. Head to justwritemusic.com/songstarter. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. Thank you so much for being here and for talking about the hard stuff with me. It really means a lot. I'm Avi from justwritemusic.com, and don't forget to be awesome. Peace out.